All right, let's finish up this conversation with a question that is potentially silly to ask on July 24th, but you have called your shot here before saying, Eagles and Chiefs, they're built in such a way that we're going to see them, winning Super Bowls again, if not trying to win a Super Bowl against each other again. Last year, they tried it again. You think this is another one? You think we might see it again this year? Joe, what do you think?
I think they're both still outstanding franchises, and they're not done appearing at Super Bowls in the near term. I happen to think both of them won't make the Super Bowl this year. I mean, one is I just think the Bills are just too good to keep almost getting there, although I lived through that, and the Eagles went to 5 championship games in 8 years and only appeared in 1 Super Bowl, and we lost it. So it can happen. I know too well, still have the scars from it. But I just think Sean's a really good coach. They get continuity in the coordinators. They got great line play on both sides of the ball. And Josh Allen is a true difference maker. So I just don't think they're going to keep getting close and not get there. So I think they're getting there. And I think the Eagles are still very good. It's totally realistic that they'll get to the Super Bowl. I could be wrong. But I think people are underestimating the quality of what they lost. Now, they have some people on the roster that can replace some of those people. But they lost 2 really good defensive linemen. They lost Graham, would be a third, although he didn't play the whole year last year. I think he played like the first 4 games or something like that. They lost a starting corner. They've lost some depth. They're counting on some young players in the secondary, some that haven't played much yet, a few that started to play and look like they have it. So I think that the Eagles are a little bit more likely to still be really good, could easily make the Super Bowl, but I think there's a chance that a couple of other teams have risen up to the point where they have as good a chance or better.
Give me the names of those teams. What do you think?
So my surprise kind of is Tampa Bay, which I think people are kind of underestimating.
Okay.
And rarely do you see a team get into the Super Bowl that doesn't have strong lines, and I think they have that. And an excellent coach in Todd Bowles. Again, one year I recommended Dan Quinn in Cleveland. The next year I recommended Todd Bowles. And obviously we didn't hire either of them. And after the Jets experience, I'm sure you didn't think much of Todd Bowles, but I think
no, I just thought it was, again, just, cards are stacked, man, frequently when you're trying to coach the Jets with a new quarterback there. But so Tampa and who? Would the Rams be on that list for you, Joe?
No, well, I think the Rams, the NFC is a much harder pick for me than the AFC.
Right.
But I am actually going with Minnesota. I think that they finally upgraded their offensive line. I think that will really help the quarterback. I think the coach is outstanding, the scheme. Listen, we had Andy Reid in Philadelphia. When McNabb got hurt, we won almost as many games. It wasn't because Donovan wasn't great and invaluable. It was because Andy was so good and the rest of the staff under him, so they knew exactly how to take advantage of the strength. So McCarthy's going to need a little time, but I think he's going to do well. And I think everything around him is improved on a team that was already, very good. So that would be my favorite. My sleeper would be Tampa Bay.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.